Hello and Happy New Year. My name is Kenton Chance of Eyewitness News and I'm here in Fancy on the northern tip of St. Vincent. And I have come here because of the La Soufriere volcano. Last week Tuesday, officials announced that the La Soufriere volcano was erupting. There's an effusive eruption at the volcano. This compares to the explosive eruption that we had in 1979. And I've come to this community because geographically it is closest to the volcano. I've come to speak to residents about their views on the eruption, how they feel about it, their experiences with the 1979 eruption, and what are their concerns. And here I've learned that some residents are willing to evacuate should such a notice be given, but others not so much. Among their concerns, COVID-19 and the theft of agricultural produce and farm animals.
Miss Annie Baptiste.
And how old are you, Miss Baptiste?
90 years.
90 years old. So you were alive in 1971 and in 1979?
Yes, please. Well, when it was a Good Friday morning, when we saw like ash, the damp come over from that side. A little bit of ash fall.
Did you hear anything, like an explosion or anything like that?
No, please.
So how did you know that the volcano was erupting, Soufriere was erupting?
Well, after we see the and like a clearness come over, and we see it different then, and they will it is suffering. Well, it's afterward now they send a truck and take us out.
How did you feel? Can you remember how you felt when you heard the volcano was erupting?
Well, I didn't feel, so they come and take us out before it started.
So where did you go?
We did go Kenyan camp.
And what was the camp like?
Well, we did have to call it good.
What do you mean?
Well, we know is not our home, and we satisfy that whatever we satisfy with it.
How long did you stay there?
Well, about a month we did stay.
And then where did you go? You came back to Fancy?
Yes, please. When we come under, the ash was on the house, but no gravel and nothing on the road.
And now that you hear that the volcano is acting up again, how do you feel?
Well, if it happen and it move out, we move out, but we not seen no sign or nothing over the hill. Because when we did see sign over that hill, it was a red, the redness and the ashes come over the hill.
Okay, and these two ladies, what are they to you?
My granddaughter and daughter, you know.
So can I ask you, miss?
Well, you know, nothing.
I know nothing because I was just two
years
years
old.
old when the 79 eruption take place. When they said mother and children first, I could remember my aunt told me my uncle picked me up and leave my mother behind and went with me to Richland Park Government School.
And now that you hear that the volcano is acting up, how do you feel? Are you scared? Are you worried?
No, well, I am not scared because my husband tell me he not moving if it's anything. But I don't pack my clothes already.
So you're saying you will move?
Yes, I will move because of my children and my grandchildren. Because my son don't tell me, Ma, make sure you pack 2 pieces of thing, and if you have to evacuate, make sure you go.
What did your husband say? Why is he not moving?
He said he not move because
Because they did the corona, they did this corona
yeah.
with the in.
So he's concerned about the corona also?
Yes.
What? He's a farmer?
Yes.
Were you around during the 1979 eruption of the volcano?
Yeah, I was around.
What was the experience like?
Well, as a young youths coming up, well, I did get frightened. But after we go camping and come back, we see the mountain place will look different. We not get no real fire burn like how the mountain down Doverley side did burn down. But when we come back here, the mountain green up here.
How long did you stay? Where did you go?
Well, we go Mespo,
For how long?
Well, I forgot how long we be stay there.
About a few months, I guess.
Yeah, about a few months we stay there.
So now that you heard that the volcano is erupting, are you concerned? Are you worried?
I'm not really frightened over it because it come like I don't experience it already. As me tell you, when we leave here the Friday morning and come back, our place up here look green. And well, after we take a boat and go down on the leeward side, all from Twala side down, the whole mountain burn down up there. So I was thought our mountain here would have burned down too.
The BBC will left out. You could left out.
So that is why I say I wouldn't go away.
So you wouldn't, so
if my family want to move out, I make sure see them move out. But I gotta be here.
Why?
Well, when when our parents do come back, we lose a lot of things, like we animal them and so on. People come and kill the animal, take them and go. So we be had to start all over again.
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, me a farmer.
What kind of farming do you do?
Well, me do agriculture. Me real animal
And plants.
work land. Like potato, ginger,
So
tanya dasheen.
So is that a big factor that would determine whether or not you move? Like, you're concerned about
No, well,
Or do you-
79. That I did Good Friday morning, but it's the Saturday morning now that are when the real fire. That are when the real fire start. You know. Well, maybe young still, but me have a good experience.
But I'm
it.
saying now, why is it that you would not leave? Is it that you don't think that you'll be in danger, or you're concerned about your progress?
Well, in the midst of life, well, we're in danger in any way we go, we're in danger. We're not too strong for dead. We know the Soufriere is one of the baddest thing in the country, and anyhow it blow. We have to be careful still. But we palm me there right now, me ain't think me going to move, go away.
The baby is your son or granny?
My grandboy. But if the children they want to move, they gotta go. Let me go see them go, and me stick around. I will stick around.
And you think it would be safe for you to do that?
Hey,
Do you think it would be safe and wise to stick around?
I do believe so. I think if I stick around here, it might be better for me still.
Do you have relatives
Well-
that you can go and stay by?
Oh yes, yeah. I have me have places in Kittels the way me could go and stay by because it's like my family and them down there. I could stay by them. If me had to go, me could go by the camp where the people and where my family would go in. My family not really bound to go by camp because there are most of them people down that tongue side. But me personal, I stick out. I will be sticking out.
What about you, miss? You said you don't know about it either.
About it, not a thing.
Were you living in Fancy or
No, we are living in Oria.
in 1979?
No, me not know about that. Me
You
know
weren't
about
born.
them things,
You weren't
yeah.
born yet, or so? What did you hear?
Eh?
What did you hear about the eruption?
Well, they talk about chop come for them, carry them for they have to go ash, chop on the house, and whatever.
So, are you willing to evacuate? Do you still live in Oya or you live in
Yeah,
Fancy?
Oria, me live, but
So-
me live there sometimes.
So, if God forbid the volcano erupts,
Yeah,
explosively,
me a move because me really know how it look, so me not going to stick up here for.
do you know anything about the 1979 eruption?
Just a little bit.
How old were you then?
It was about, let me see, about 10. About 10.
So, what can you remember, if anything?
I can remember when the Soufriere was erupt. At that time, they were going up, they go change some animal. Yeah, and we see this big ball of smoke and like fire and thing. Yeah,
Were you
so
scared?
We start to run back now. After we see some people running down, we start to run back. And when we come down now, we see these people going over by the school.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Can you remember how you felt then? Were you frightened?
Yeah, well, I did kind of a little bit scared, you know, because it was the first time.
So you went to a camp?
Yeah, I went camp.
Where did you go to the camp?
I went the first camp. I went is Bayabu. Well, at the time, the people now, you know, like phone wasn't so established. So at the time now, some people now, like from the family now, they took Kenyan camp. So we moved from Bayabu and go Kenyan.
How long did you stay there? Can you remember?
We really, just a few months. I can't really remember how long, but I think maybe we was the first set of people who come back in Fancy.
And now that you hear that the volcano is acting up, how do you feel?
Well, I'm not really so scared about it, you know. I'm not really so scared because me I say anything me are going away.
Why?
Nah, me just could be here because at least we still are far away from the volcano.
But you might be far away, but you mean you're in the red zone, you know about the zones.
Yeah, we know we're in the red zone. And one of the things, like how the corona going on, because me hearing about the corona, so me really want to go because you don't know. Going to camp, you're going to bang up between a lot of people and you don't know who might have it, you know.
So you think the corona is more of a threat than the volcano?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have kids or grandchildren?
Yeah, grandchildren and kids.
How old are your children and the youngest one?
The youngest one about 15.
You said that you're not moving. Would you encourage your children to go into a camp? Or you would want them to stay with you?
Yeah, well, at least the first set of children, them on their own. Yeah, them on their own. Like one in Lucia and the one now done married. Yeah.
But what about the young ones that you're still responsible
well,
for?
the young one, she ain't live around with me. I have the one outside.
But you still have to...
Yeah, well, I still had one. Thing. At least wherever she live, I think maybe, you know, she live with her mother, so if she mother move, then she might move.
What kind of work do you do?
Farming.
Are you concerned about your produce, that if you were to evacuate that people steal their produce?
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of farming you do?
I do like planting tanya arrows.
Do you rear animals also?
No animals.
So is that also a big factor outside of the corona, that maybe people steal their farm produce?
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people, soon as you move from here, if there like anything, you have to evacuate people from here to down the road. From the time you evacuate people, I know thief man will come in. So you can't son about that.
Originally, St. Vincent and Grenadines.
And you live where now?
I'm living in Canada.
So you're here on vacation, I imagine?
I'm on vacation, yeah.
How long do you plan to stay?
A month and maybe 5 days at least. 5 days.
Can I ask, when is that time going to be up?
January the 25th.
Okay, so were you in St. Vincent around the time of the 1979 eruption?
No, I wasn't here that time. I was in 71 when it first started.
Can you remember what it was like? How did you feel then?
In 71?
Yeah.
Well, I was a young boy at that time, maybe about 11 years old. Yeah, I was very excited. Well, you could say I wasn't too scared because, you know, it was really hill. My family then sent me to live in Prospect during that time, you know, went to Prospect to live during the volcano time, smoking and what was going on.
So now you're here on vacation, you hear that the volcano is acting up. Are you scared? Or?
No, I'm not scared.
You're not scared at all?
No, I'm not scared. Come, my God with me. You know, I believe in God, so I left everything up to Him, you know. Yeah.
So now you're here and on vacation and you're connecting back with your roots. You're harvesting groundnuts.
Yeah, harvesting groundnuts. Back to the roots, you know, the young boy days. You know, so you know, it's very nice. You know, nice breeze. Everything is good, you know.
Volcano notwithstanding, everything is still good.
Yeah, they say smoky, but I don't see no smoke, you know. And what I see, what they put on YouTube, all these smoking and thing, I think those is old flame, you know. So I don't really too worry about it. You know?
All right, thanks a lot for talking to me.
All right, you're welcome.
Can I ask what you guys are doing here?
Well, it's something anymore around the business place.
What kind of business is it?
a bar, no, a shop and a bakery.
In a bakery.
Yeah.
How long have you been operating?
Well, right now, 2 years.
2 years. So are you involved or are you just working?
Well, I do in the bakery, but his family doing the shop.
Okay, so can I ask you how old you are?
21.
21. So you weren't around the first when La Soufriere erupted.
No.
What did you hear about it?
Well, I hear a lot about it.
Like what?
Like, I hear that people had to move out and go camp, like people from up this area. They had to move out and go camp down the leeward side.
So now that you heard that it's acting up again, how do you feel?
Well, I ain't really too bad I know, but I just still think about it. Eh?
So if the government were to give an order to evacuate, would you evacuate?
Yeah, I will. Why not? Yeah, I will.
But I guess in the meantime, you just continue with your life.
Yeah, you know, live for today, you know, plan for tomorrow.
So in essence, you're saying live one day at a time.
Yeah, that's the thing, step by step.
And you say how long you've been running the shop?
About 40.
40 years. Can you remember what it was like? What
Well,
happened?
I didn't really go to camp because my brother did live down by Villa. So I was by Villa.
What can you remember about the day of the eruption?
Then my boyfriend, he was in the bed, but I didn't get up. And then, just like something like a thunder. So he say, thunder don't roll in April. So when I look over the mountain there now, I see the fire. I see the fire over the mountain. And then they start to call out and say, Soufriere. And then they have to say, get up water and so on. And we have to move. So.
Were you scared?
Yeah, but I did frighten. Because I remember it was the first time. But no, I don't really say frightened so much. But if they say to go, I am going. I am not staying.
What about people in the community? Have you seen?
But some of them are still not going.
But have you seen people coming to your shop to buy up
Well,
supplies?
No, they not buy nothing. They not buy nothing. For say, well, them are like thing now. They not buy nothing.
So are you worried?
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not really say frightened. But if the government say move, I am moving. I am not staying.
Okay. Do you have other people living with you, like young?
Yeah, well, it's only me and my daughter and a little grand boy.
How old is the grand boy?
He just 2.
Also, he doesn't really
He
understand.
don't
what's
know
going
nothing. He don't know
That's
nothing.
What did you hear about that eruption in 1979?
Well, my mother said that the morning when they wake up, it wasn't looking so well. And I can't remember how she said, but it wasn't a good look, it wasn't a good feelings.
No, we heard that the volcano is acting up. How do you feel about that?
Well, not too scared, because they're saying that it looks like it's gonna erupt again. But they say that they're not seeing any, like, from the last time they saw, with that lava been there, a fall and something was falling like rain and stuff like that. They tell my brother run on that she and see he shelter in the rain. When she reached by school, he was not there. When she come back and look for him, he said he was sheltering in the rain, but it was the stuff that was falling.
The ash.
Ash, yeah.
Are you concerned? Are you nervous or?
Yeah, a little nervous, a little.
Do you have children?
Yep. 2.
What ages are they?
22 and 24.
So if the volcano were to erupt, would you, and the government says that you should evacuate it, would you evacuate?
Yes, I will.
How did you feel when you first saw that the volcano was acting up?
I feel a little bit scared.
Do you have somewhere to go if you have to evacuate?
Well, they say the government does send transportation for people to move out.
But do you have somewhere like a relative to go and stay with, or would you have to go to?
Yes, I have 2 aunties living in town side. Yeah, so maybe we could go and stay by them.
So have you made any preparations, like pack stuff or anything like that?
No, my mother did, but I did not. But my mother did it, but I did not pack any stuff.
You didn't pack any stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me and all the best.
Okay, you're
All right,
welcome.
bye-bye. My name is Kenton Chance. I'm a journalist. I do eyewitness news. Anybody here want to talk to me about the volcano? You look like you want to say something.
Me no be old enough to experience.
So you're saying you weren't old enough to experience?
No.
So what did you hear?
Well, me not even know. Me even can't remember.
So now that you hear about it, are you scared? Are you concerned?
No, me not really scared. But if in case I had to move, well, if they say I have to evacuate, I am going. But right now, me not scared nor nothing.
So I guess you're just going about your daily living.
Yes.
What do you do? Are you a farmer or?
As you can see, I am a farmer.
So besides peanut, do you farm anything else?
Yeah, ground potato.
One of the persons, potatoes and edibles, and one of the persons I spoke to, they were concerned that if they evacuate, that people would raid their farm and steal their produce. Are you concerned about that?
Yes. And maybe break into homes.
So I guess you would think it's important that if you have to evacuate, that the government could provide some security as much as it can.
Yes, I agree with it.
So what is farming like? Are things good?
Well, you have to call it good at least. What we plan to get in itself sometimes. Give thanks to the traffickers.
Oh, so they're the ones who
Yeah.
you sell most of your stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. Is peanut good money?
Well, you have to call it good, yes. We have plenty work, especially if rain come and you can't get it dry.
Oh.
Plenty work.
Look over here, get a nice view. Yeah. Nice view from there. That's a matter of fact,
So this one is about 5 times bigger than the other one.
Real nice on the other side, yeah. Real nice.